Hi children, today you will be learning the properties of cubes and cube roots. What is a cube of a number? Say 1 cube. 1 multiplied 3 times is 1 cube, which is equal to 1. 2 cube is 2 multiplied 3 times, written as 2 cube equal to 8. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So I would be happy if you can memorize 1 cube to 10 cube. If you are interested, you can go ahead with 11 cube to 20 cube also. Okay, but it's a little difficult. So at least you all can learn from 1 cube to 10 cube. To start with the properties of cubes and cube roots. Like you studied about the squares and square roots, ones place. Here the first property is to do with the ones place of the given number and identifying what would be the ones place in the cube of the given number. Now for the sake of convenience, there is a table here. Now if you see, this is the given number and this is the cube of the given number. Okay. So the ones place of 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, if you see, the cube of the number and its original number will be the same, which means it is vice versa. That is, the cube root of the given number will have the same ones place as the ones place of the given number. What gets interchanged is your 2 and 8. Can you see? For 8 it will be 2 and for 2 it will be 8. Similarly, for 3 it will be 7 and for 7 it will be 3. Okay? Going back to the table of cubes, can you see here? Your 17 cube has 3 in the ones place, which means cube root of 4913 is 17. Now let us look at 12 cube. Cube root of 1728 is 12. So whether it is the cube of the number or the cube root of the number, only in case of 2 and 8 and 3 and 7, it gets vice versa. All other digits, it remains the same. For 0, it is 0. For 1, it is 1. 4 is 4. 5 is 5. 6 is 6. 9 is 9. That is because, see, if you see 1 cube is 1. 4 cube is 4 into 4 into 4, which is 4 4s are 16. 16 4s are 64. Similarly, 5 cube. 5 into 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25. 25 5s are 125. 6 cube. 6 6 are 36. 36 into 6 is 216. Okay. So, going to the next property. The cube of an even number is always even and that of the odd number is always odd. Let us again go back to the table to see a few examples. The cube of the odd number is odd. Even number is even. I hope you all got it. Now the third point. The product of cubes of two numbers is equal to the cube of the product of the numbers. So if you are doing 2 cube into 3 cube is same as 2 into 3 the whole cube. Let us verify this. This will be 8. This will be 27. Got it? This is 6 cube, which is also 216. So the product of cubes of two numbers is equal to the cube of product of the numbers. Okay, we are done with the second and the third. Going to the fourth one. The volume of a cube. All of you know what is a cube, right? This is a cube. All the sides are the same, length, breadth and height. So the volume of the cube is side into side into side, which is equal to side cube. Fifth point. The cubes of negative integers is always negative. Suppose I take the example of minus 2 the whole cube, which is minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus 8. So the cube of a negative number is always negative. Now the next one. This is a little interesting. Consecutive odd numbers arranged in a triangle. Now you can see the triangle and you have the sum of consecutive odd numbers. The odd number, next odd number after 3 is 5, which is 2 cube. Can you see here? 2 cube. Now 7 plus 9 plus 11 is 3 cube. You can see 3 odd numbers. But what is interesting over here is you need to identify the first odd number that you need to start with. Now to get that first odd number, what you can do is you have this as your n. N is equal to 3. N minus 1 would be 2. N into n minus 1 plus another 1. That is 3 into 2 plus 1, which is 6 plus 1 equal to 7. So you start with 7, go on with the next 2 odd numbers. That would give you the sum of or the cube of 3. That is 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 7 is 27, which is equal to 3 cube. I hope it's clear. The same thing I have done with 9 cube. So n is equal to 9. N minus 1 is 8. N into n minus 1 plus another 1, which is 9 into 8 plus 1, 72 plus 1 equal to 73. So you basically start with 73, go on for the next 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 729, which is equal to your 9 cube. Next one. Adding cubes of consecutive numbers. Here I would just ask you to memorize the formula for sum of first n cubes. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube and so on up to n cube is given by the formula n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. So it is equal to the square of the sum of those numbers. This is the sum of first n consecutive numbers. N into n plus 1 by 2 and the square of that would give you the sum of cubes of first n consecutive numbers. Just remember the formula. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube so on up to n cube is given by the formula n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Done. Now to determine the number of digits in the cube root of a given number. This is the given number. And to find the number of digits, not the cube root itself, it is the number of digits. Now to get the number of digits, from the right side, you break the number in groups of 3. Here there is no number, so you just add a 0 in front. So there are 2 groups. This is the first group and this is the second group. From the first group, you just pick up the ones place, which is 8. And from the second group, you find the closest cube, which is less than 74. Going back to the table, which is the closest cube which is less than 74? It is 64. So, the cube root of 64 is 4. So, you write 4. So, this is the number 48. So, the second group, the first digit of the cube root and the second digit of the cube root is 48. Is it clear? Okay. Next one. These are just simple laws where you say cube root of A into B. They are even part of the laws of indices. Cube root of A into B is cube root of A into cube root of B. Similarly, cube root of A by B is equal to cube root of A by cube root of B. Okay. Then similarly, you have another one, minus A. Since you already know that the cube of a negative number is also negative, you can bring out the minus and find the cube root of A. Okay. Now the last one, to find cube root by estimation. Okay. I think I already explained to you over here, which was the finding the cube root of the given number by estimation. Okay. So with that we are done with the properties. If you still want to go with another example, 6, 8, 5, 9. Here is your first group, 8, 5, 9. So the ones place would be 9. And the second group, the closest cube number to 6 is 1. So the cube root of this number is 19. I hope it's clear, children. With this we are done with the properties of cubes and cube root. Thank you.